Hey y'all, hey! Today's video is going to be a tutorial on how I made the Jeeps. So let's go and get into it.
A journey through time.
Hey y'all, hey! I'm your girl Wendy. Welcome to A Journey Through Time. If you're oldie but goodie, welcome back. And if you're new, welcome. So, your long-awaited video of me doing a tutorial on the Jeeps, my little Valentine Jeeps. So in this video, we're going to do 4 of them. Okay. I'm going to do the best I can to show you how I do it. All right. So without further ado, let's go on and get into it. So we're going to make a smaller version of the Jeeps. Okay. So this is one of my templates. This is one for the big one that I put together. And different little fenders that I had done. But I'm going to draw out a template so I can make some smaller concepts. So I was trying to figure out which route I want to go first. If I wanted to go and try to do the fin first. So this is something I just freestyle, and I just take it from there. So that's what I'm going to do. So this is going to probably take me a few minutes, but we're going to get started. So first thing first is I just try to figure out how big I want this thing to be. And it's based off of the front part of the Jeep, the little fender part of it, okay? So right now, I'm going to stop right here in this crease. So right now I'm stopping at 7.5 inches, okay? That's what this is at the bottom. I didn't really measure the top because I still wasn't sure. So now that I am sure, oh, it's right at 7.5 too. Look at that. Okay, and so what I do now is I take and I do a little curve. Just like that, right in the corner. Same thing on the other side. Make a little curve. Okay, so once I've made the curve, I like to come at the bottom and try to make another curve. Just curve the corners. That's all I'm doing. So right, if it doesn't match, if it's not even or any of that stuff, that's fine. Because you can always clean it up and fix it up. Okay. Then I'm going to just bump this ruler up against it so I can get me a nice straight line, or at least close to being straight. Go on the other side. And do the same exact thing. Okay. So that curve ain't even there no more because I done came in with it, and that's fine. So it really ain't no rules to this, y'all. You know what I'm saying? You make your own rules when you're creating. So now I have something this small. So I just look around in my room to find something that is a circle that works for me for this. So let me look around in here and see what I can use. I already think I see something I can use. So I need it to be, okay, you know what? I found some tape. Let's see if this is too big. Okay, so the outside of the tape is perfect, kind of perfect. So what you're going to do, measure how far down you're going to go from the top of the line, okay? So remember, this is 7.5 inches, all right? So we're going to drop it down to, let's see what would look right. Maybe 1 inch. Just make a marking and just look at it. So then put the circle right there on that 1 inch where you want it. That don't look right. Hold on. Okay, so this one's a little smaller for me, and I'm going to eyeball it. I was going to, you know, do measurements and all that stuff, but to be frankly honest, it's so much easier for me if I just do it. And if it's not right, I just go back and remove whatever wasn't right. So let's just freestyle it, okay? So I'll make this circle right on over here. That's going to be the first headlight. I'm going to come over here. We know we ain't got that much space up there. So I'm going to pull it in a little bit over here. Stand up so I can see. Bring it down a little bit. Don't have to be perfect, y'all. Okay. But don't spend too much time on trying to get it, you know, accurate or exactly, because you'll never get it done. All right. So we have the 2 headlights. Now we're going to need 2 little ones, like the park lights at the bottom. And I was thinking about using the inside of this circle, but to me, this is still that's too big for the inside of it. So I'm gonna, told y'all I'll grab anything. Let's see. Well, I can't even get in this one, baby. Okay, well, maybe not that. Oh no. Just trying to find me something that has, without tearing up everything, something that has a good circle. Okay, this is good for me. All right. We use this circle. Okay. So take it. Put it up under there. Make sure we have a little space back here. Make a circle. That's going to have to work. That's going to have to work. Okay. So same thing over here. All right. Got both circles. Sit that out my way. Okay, so now we need to get those little, get them fenders in there some kind of way. So I'm going to just go right in between these 2 big circles. And I like to go up to the top a little bit. I don't always get this right either. And I'm going to draw a line. Right there. I'm going to come down here. Draw a line right here. Can't find my little rulers. I don't know where they at right now. I gotta use this big joker. I'm gonna come in and make a line there. On this side. Make another line there. All right. So you see how this is all out and not the way? That's what I mean. It's okay to, this is like scribble to me. And then, because you're going to only go by what you cut out. So let's see how many I can get out of here. I'll come over here and do one. So we got the 2 over here and the 2 over here. We could try to do one in the middle, and what's going to happen is one is going to either be too big or too small. I'll bring it in just a little bit. All right. Y'all see that? That part's done. Just like that. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this out and I'll be right back. I was thinking, why not let y'all see me cut this out? So put the camera back on. Here we go. Ready to go. Okay, so now that we have the front part of the Jeep, what you're going to do is you're going to get your foam board. And once you get your foam board, you're going to take it and you're going to cut you out this same thing, okay? Foam board style, okay? Because we're going to take this and we're going to take this. And, well, once I turn it right. We're going to take this and this and we're going to glue them together, okay? To make them strong. And this is going to be one of your pieces. But I already made the little Jeep form. So I want to show you real quick how I did that before I get started. Simply because I'm making a total of 4 of these. Okay, so move that out the way so I could at least show you how to come up with this. So this is another thing I freestyle, y'all. I'm sorry. I really don't have a template. That's why I was trying to make one. But some things I just have to do from the top of the dome. Okay, so first I like to know, now that I have this done, I can get how high my hood is going to be. The length of it, basically, right? So if you want, you could take a pen and just draw a straight line down, right? Just like here, until you get to the end of this. All right, that's all you need for the front of this, because you want to be able to bump it up to this. Okay, after you've done that, go down maybe just a hair, just to have a little extra drop on the front of the Jeep. So you have just a little bit of a drop in the front. So in other words, it'll be bigger than this, longer than that, taller than that, whatever. Okay. Anyway, so then you can do one or two things. You can go on and do the hood part as far as you want it. Okay. Just like that. If you look at the one I did, it kind of stops. Oops. It kind of stops. Hold on. It kind of stops almost right here. Okay, so where I actually stopped at. And so what I did also was I came on this side of it, right? Just going by this little gauge I got right here. And I just did another line. Now this line ain't going to be on point or accurate. You know, you're just drawing a line. So for the front, since I've already dropped this down a little bit, what I would do is take and make a curve. Just make a little curve right here. Almost like a half of a moon. And y'all know what? I'm going to have to stand up so y'all can see this, because I don't feel like you can see it the way I'm doing it. Let me see if I can actually do it this way. But so you have your line right here. Okay. Then you have your curve I was just telling you about. This is your hood. Okay. So what I was doing was just imagine a tire. Okay. So you just make like almost like a half a moon and go all the way down to here with that half a moon. It does not have to be perfect. I have a tendency to go back and darken in right here. I do not know why, but I do. Okay. So then after I do that, I come over here. I put my ruler right here and I look at where the top of this here is for that half a circle that I made. Then I come over here and make a marking, because I know when I do the circle on that side that I want them to be the same height. Oh, don't always work like that though. So I'll just take this and I'll go down with it just like this, all the way down. And then I'll make another circle right there. So now I'm going to come up. And then I'm going to bring it all the way down the same way. Now, it's not going to always look the same, because you're going to have to keep playing with it to get the actual design and the size and all this. So what I do when I do stuff like this, I come back and I change it up a little bit, because that don't look right to me. And this is what I do. This is me sketching. And I just sketch until it looks like I want it to look. If that makes any sense. So then when I look at that, I feel like that is too wide, because what I need is this middle part to come down like this and across. Okay. Pretty much like that. I know it looks weird, but you got to trust the process as well. So now we go up here to the top. And I'm going to come all the way here. About right there. Okay. Then I'm going to take and do an angle. Bring that angle down. And so everything that you have over here don't even count, because it's going to be cut out. Okay. And so then you can go on and put your windows in. So you know, leave a little space here. Make a line. right there. Bring it back a little bit more. Do another line right here. Just like that. Then come up. Again, it does not have to be perfect. All right, just like that. So all we're doing right now is just trying to join these up together. And it takes a little time to really get this because, you know, like I say, the drawing don't be giving you what you needed to give. But you'd be surprised once you cut it out what you have. And so I'm going to drop it down just a little bit so I can make that little turn right there. And there you go. So once you did this here on the cardboard or whatever it is you might have, okay, then you cut it out on your cardboard. Your cardboard is going to be your template. Okay. So now that we got that part out the way, so we have this. And you got your cardboard. So you're going to take this here. You're going to put it on your, what is it called? What's this called? Poster board. And you're going to draw it out. Once you draw it out, cut it out. Okay. Once you draw it out and you cut it out, you should have something like this. All right. You need two of them, one for each side. So you do it twice. So you have two of these now. And you have one of these. Okay. So we have our sides and we have our front. And if we bump this up, as you can see, it's going to match. Okay. So now we done got our sides together and we done got our front together. Let's go ahead on and get our back. So how you figure out how tall your back is going to be? After you've cut out your two pieces of foam board, right? You got to size up how the back is going to look for you. What do you see whenever you put on your back? Okay, so what I do, okay, first of all, get whatever box you plan on using first. I don't have a lot of boxes, so I'm going to use the lids and the boxes, and I'm going to keep it moving. Okay, so how I do it is I take the box I'm going to use. I take this, whatever it is I'm going to use, and I put it on both sides because this is exactly how you're going to do it because our gifts is going to go in this box. So we're surrounding the box with our foam. And now you can see the back. I'm going to flip it over so you can see. You can see the back of the box. That's what you want to measure to get the right size for the back of your box. Okay. So what I did was, this is it right here, I think. This is for my back. Okay, so you can bump it up. You can take some foam like this to get your height. Take some foam and bump it up to the back of your foam that you cut out for the side. And that's how you're going to get the right height, because you want it to go all the way up, okay? And measure all the way down to the end of this. All right. It just depends on what size, Jeep you're going to make. So you only need one of those. Okay. So that's our back. So now we got our two sides. We got our front. right here. And we got our back right here, right? That's what, 4 pieces so far? Okay, so now we need to worry about our hood, okay? So in order to figure out the hood is very easy. The same way you just did with the box that you're going to use, you're going to put it like this here, right? I've already cut that out, of course. You're going to measure it from the corner angle to the front of your Jeep, okay? That's how you're going to get your size, just like that. This is mine, and this is how long it is from the one side to another, and that's all you need. You guys only gonna, if you're only making one Jeep, you only need one. Okay, so now you got your 2 sides, you got your back, you got your front, you got your hood. Now that extra long piece in the front of this Jeep was the piece I was telling you about, it you need, why you need to go a little longer. You need an extra piece in the front of your Jeep because it just looks better. That's the best way for me to explain it. So when I said draw it a little bit longer, this is what I meant. When I put this behind here, you see it has that little bottom piece. It's a little bit longer than the actual fender. That's how you want it. And in order to get that size right, which you should have already done that, is to bump it up against the front right here. Okay. You already know that this right here can only work by putting this here and here. And it's just a little bit, if you look closely, you'll see there's a little leeway at the bottom of this. You want that hangover just a little bit at the bottom. So cut you a piece of that. And then last but not least is the tires. And we're not even going to worry about that right now. We just want to get the main body of the box first. Okay. And then make sure you have a box. All right. So now I'm going to go on and get started on putting one together. Well, probably a few of them together. So I won't do much talking. I just wanted to show you all the pieces you need first. Okay, y'all. So our Jeeps are halfway there. So now we're going to go ahead on and cover them with the fabric. I'm just going to use the pink and the red fabric for them. I'm going to grab my glue gun for this, because this can be messy. Okay. So all I did was I just cut out the shapes of the Jeeps with the fabric. That's it, nothing special. Okay. I think this is one of my biggest ones. I don't know if I want to do it first or not. But this one has a little extra off the side that needs to be gone. I'm going to cut that off first. And you see how rough looking it looks on the outside? That's fine. It's not going to hurt one thing. Nothing at all. Let's see. I'm going to bring this up so you guys can see exactly what I'm doing. Okay, so we got one of the Jeeps almost completely wrapped. Okay, now before we can do the front, we got to put some kind of something on this. And I'm thinking, so I'm going to use this bag from, move the Jeep for a moment. Use this bag from Valentine. And I think I'm going to use this glittery side. So I'm going to cut it down. Just down the side of it. And across. And up the other side. Move the rest of it out of the way. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to trace it out on here. And that's what I'm going to use to put on the base of the fender for this one. So probably be easier if I just do it on this side. As you can see, this is so jagged, so it's not going to be perfect. Turn it this way, maybe it'll be a little bit better. So make my circles. Doesn't really have to be all that perfect. As you can see, that's definitely not. Now I'm just going to cut this out. Not even looking at the other side to see, you know, what I'm cutting or anything. I'm just going to just go with it. Okay. Try to make a little round edge right here if I can. Okay. I'll tell you right now, this definitely ain't going to be perfect because this thing here looks terrible. These lines I made. All right. Let's see what we're working with here. I'm going to try to get in here. This would have been better if I just used my template, but I don't have my template because I used it. Don't y'all do that. Save your template. And I could make another one, but of course I'm not going to. So basically what I'm trying to do is just put some type of face on this Jeep. And I think I'm gonna like it. I don't know yet. Matter of fact, let me see something. Let me do it like this. Like this. Because number one, this paper is too thin. All the other papers y'all see me use are a lot thicker than this. This is just a paper bag that I'm trying something with, just to see how it would work. I don't look like it made no kind of cut whatsoever. And that's our Jeep. Now we got to do is do the wheels, right? But the Jeep itself is done. So if you give me a few minutes to clean this up, because I have 3 other Jeeps to do, we'll get into those wheels. Okay, so I'm sitting here and I'm putting the wheels on, and I want to show you guys how to do that. And man, so the smaller Jeeps are a little bit different than the bigger ones, okay? And it's because of what I used. Okay, so y'all know I used the boxes from the Hobby Lobby, right? So I'm going to take, this one ain't even in yet. So I'm going to take this out. I can show you. Okay. This is the bottom of the Jeep, okay? So you see the little nest it has in here? Has all this space. So when you turn it over and you put your wheels, it depends on what kind of wheels you put on there. I just put on whatever it is I can find at the time. Okay, and so right now, the only wheels I seem to be able to find is the big ones. Just like this here. I'm going to show you how to put these on, but I want to show you something else first. So if I put this right here, you see where the wheels is, not only are they up high, but they're not touching anything back here. Now with my bigger Jeeps, the box was right on the stick, okay? So that's a problem. So there's a way to fix this problem a couple of different ways. First way I'm doing, since this one is so deep, I'm taking another box. I put the holes in it, just like this here. And I ran the zip ties through it, okay? Just so you can see both sides. And then I'm going to stick this box inside here because I know it's going to fit. Just like that. Now you see how much it brings it up? Okay, so now all you need to do is, glue your box to your card however you can. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to glue the sides. Add some glue on one side, press it together. Come over here and add some glue on the other side and press it together. Just like that. All right. Now, I'm also going to show you a second way because all my boxes aren't deep like this. I use some lids on some of them. So this is if you use the box when you started this out. This is a box inside this one. The other one I'm going to show you is a lid. So I'm pressing. Okay. So now what I plan to do first is bring y'all in a little closer so you can see. All right, so I'll show you how I did this as far as putting this together, but let me show you now how to put it on here. So you already have your zip ties in here. You're going to just lay it right here, just like that. Just like that, just that simple. Okay, but first, before you do that, you need to put some glue right here. Hot glue it so you can glue it down to the box. I'm going to do that right now. And I can tell that I didn't put this wheel on straight either. But anyway, I put the hot glue on there. There's a way to fix that too, but it'll be aggravating. Press it down. Make sure it's hooked to your box. Then take your zip tie. And tie it up. Both sides. Just like that. Then you're going to take some glue. I'm going to raise it up so you can see it. That's how it should look. Take you some glue. Put some glue in those holes where the zip tie is coming through. Just giving it a little extra security, that's all. And then cut your zip tie off. Just like that. And you're going to do that on both sides. And this is the result you'll have. Okay. I don't like all that glue just falling off. Okay. This is what you'll have on both sides, if that makes any sense. Okay. So now I can show you how I put my little wheels together. If you can find any, because I'm having the hardest time finding some now. I get my little dowel poles from Hobby Lobby for 99 cents. They're actually longer than this. Let me show you how long they are. They're really, really long. You see that? With the blue tip on it. So I get them and I just cut them. Put them down. And how I measure out the right size for my Jeep to cut it right is just bring the stick, the large stick. Let me grab it. Sorry. Bring the stick. Put it on your Jeep. Give yourself a little leadway of how far your wheels are going to come out. and mark where you need it to be cut. So, and some of the Jeeps are different sizes. So the best way to do it is to push your hole into your, I'm not going to do this one yet, but push your hole in here. You know what? Yeah, I will. I'll do it for you guys anyway. Okay, so to put the wheel on, you just find the center and push your dowel into it. Just like that. You could even push it all the way out to the other end. It won't hurt. Okay. And then this is how I get my measurements. And then I lay it down just like this here. So I know that it has that wheel over there. So I know I need to have enough room to put my other one here. So I just mark it right here on this side. And then I cut it with my little handy dandy saw. And that's basically how you cut, if you get any of these, how you cut it down. Okay. But that's also the way that you put your wheels together. Okay. So now I have that hole. We'll say that I did it with this one instead, but I didn't. But y'all know it's on there. So what I do, I take it out. I put a little bit of glue inside. And this hole is not even in the middle. I'm not even mad though. I push it back in there. And I glue around it. And I let it dry. All the way around. I even come out here on this side sometimes because, you know, sometimes it does come through. A little glue over there too. And then just let it dry. And don't be like me. If you can get yours straight, get it straight. Because I don't have luck with that all the time. Then I come on the other side and do the same exact thing. And I do that while the other one is drying. Because I want them to dry at the same time. Just like that. I take it out. Put some glue in there. Push it back in there. And put some glue around it. And on this side as well. Just like that. So once it dries, you can go on and put it on. The same way we just did that one. Okay. So once this dries, I'm going to put this on. I'm going to show you how to put this on again. So while we're waiting on this to dry, I'm going to move this Jeep here out the way for a second. So I can show you the second way if you're making the smaller Jeeps. This only applies to the smaller Jeeps. This does not apply to the big Jeeps. The big Jeeps you're not going to have a problem with at all. Because the boxes are bigger and the Jeep is bigger. And then the wheels are the paper towel holders. Okay. Again, I have a deep opening right here, right? I don't have a box that'll fit this. So what I did was I cut one of the boxes that I had, right? And what I'm trying to do is just make this big enough. Make this work where I can still put my wheel. Try not to bend it up here. My wheel on here. So I just stuck it in just like that. A piece of it that way. And do the same thing over here on this side. Okay. Glue it down. And do the same thing. Now, before gluing this down. Before you glue it down. Apply your holes. So you don't have to go back in trying to figure out how you're going to get those holes in there. All right. So I just take a screwdriver. I got a little baby screwdriver right here. And I'll put a hole in it. Right, one on that side, two on that side, and two on the opposite. Okay. Also, run your ties through. Do all this before you glue it down, please, because you will regret it. You will regret it if you don't. Okay, just like that. Find how you want it in here once again. I'm going to push mine in just like this on each side. Trying to make sure I got it in there the way I want it before I glue it, because, you know, that's a whole nother situation. And what you're doing is you're covering up this circle right here, because that's where your wheel is going to go. Just like that. Okay. It's in there snug, and I really don't have to add glue, but I prefer to for all kinds of reasons. I don't need nothing falling out. Or ruining the experience. Okay. Press, press, press. And it's pretty much in there. Now all I got to do is do the same thing I'm going to do with that one to this one, as far as put my wheels together, glue the dial onto the board, and zip tie it to secure it. So I'm going to do the same thing over here and figure out how I'm putting this in first. How I want it to look. Trying to make sure that I put the most neatest part outward. Okay, not the little scraggly parts that I cut. I want those facing away, because you still, even though it's up under the truck, you still want it to look neat as possible. Okay. Put a hole here. Okay. I'm gonna zip tie through. Pull it out to the other side. So yeah, if you run into situations like this, that's always a way to fix it. You just got to sit there and figure it out. Okay. Zip ties all the way through. You see how that's not, I don't have it all the way where it should be. So I'm going to pull it back a little bit. Just like that. Because I have to make sure it's lined up perfect in order for me to be able to put the wheels on. If that makes any sense. So now I'm going to glue the sides and then the bottom down here. On both sides. Okay. Just trying to make sure everything is secure as it should be. And you just press it in. If you see a little glue seep out on the side, it's fine. It's not even going to be seen because that big old wheel going to be in the way. Now, even if you're using the small wheels, if you happen to find you some, grab them. I love the way they look on these little Jeeps. These are okay. These, I feel like the big wheels make it look more like the little Tonka trucks, but it's fine. I'm just working with what I got. Okay. So now I'm gonna let that dry. And I'm gonna bring this back on over here so I can show you once more how to put this on. So this is the one that we already fixed and we dried it up. So find your placement, put you some glue on your dowel. Now, like I said, I like these dowels because they're in a square, so it allows me to just lay it flat instead of having to worry about the circle ones where it could move. And see, it's already not moving, so you put your tie up real good and tight. Like that. And then put some glue where your zip ties holes are. And then take and cut off the zip tie. Okay. And there we have it. Okay. And so this is both ways on how you can make it work. Okay. For you. I felt a little woppy. I might have put something a little too tight. But when I put the products in here, that woppy is going to be gone. So I'm going to go ahead on and put the wheels on all the rest of them. And I'll be back so we can decorate them. Okay, y'all. So I'm down to the last Jeep that I wanted to decorate the tires with you guys. So move this one out the way a little bit. So I'm going to use this ribbon right here that I already pre-cut. It just has the kisses on it with the lips. Okay. Now you could cut your ribbon down, but I don't like for it to fray. So I'm not going to do that. And I know I could burn it as well to keep it from fraying, but I'm just not going to do that. I'm just going to, because it's wider than this, I'll just make sure that I go deeper on the inside of the wheel instead of the outside. So, okay. I don't know if you can see it or not. Trying to get you in frame. Okay. So, I prefer to start up under the car somewhere. The Jeep, whatever you want to call it. And just go around with the hot glue. Get to a stopping point. Add my ribbon. Make sure I got it from the front to the back, since it's kind of wide. That'll be kind of challenging if you got your wheel too close. And these wheels are kind of big, so they are a little close. Closer than I would like, but I'm working with it. Okay. So just rub it on in there and keep it moving. See? It's already on there. Okay. So this is what I'm going to do for all 4 tires. I'm forever burning myself. Just like that. And we have one on. Okay. So I'm also going to put a big heart right in the middle of the wheel. Hide that little glue spot as well. Okay. All right, y'all. We finished them. 4 of them. Okay. Y'all asked for the tutorial, and I did the best that I could by giving you one. And completed 4 little Jeeps in the process. So I really hope you liked the video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And I really look forward to seeing you on my next video. Bye for now.